Hello guys, this is Castle Law, Hill Fort in the Pentland Hills. It's a remnant of a stronghold of the Iron Age. This was pre-Roman, and the Celtic tribes of the Gododin and the Votadini lived here. We'll take a trip down to it, have a look inside. They reckon it was either built for storage of food or a place of worship or a hiding place. Lots of history in these hills. Robert the Bruce used to hunt the white stag, the famous white stag in these hills. Let's say this is a special broadcast. Martin says end of the world. Sure. The 23rd of September. I'm sure you'll find a Celtic god or a saint with the birthday of 23rd of September. I'm sure there's an Irish saint with the birthday of 23rd of September. They get you to focus on these dates when really they're more ritual. So right ahead of us, guys, this is a remnants of an age. Ugly sheep. I'm going to have a wee look inside this. So you can go right inside it. Aye, but when it was occupied, this fort, it consisted of three earthworks. You can probably see them. Ramparts, ditches, and palisades. And this fort contained a souterrain. Anyway guys, we'll go down and have a look. There's also a Pentland Rising here of 1666. There was a battle with the Covenanters. But that's another story, guys. So we'll go down, have a look. Hope you're having a good day. So let's go and have a look at this place, guys. The old Celtic hill fort. The Gododin tribe, Martin, they're connected with Wales, the Celts from Wales. The same tribe from up here, the Gododin, connected with the Welsh. In fact, the tribes from up here may have conquered parts of Wales. See, it's a good defensive post. Good views over the Lothians. If there's any Romans coming from the south, this is looking south. See the Romans coming. This will be the first port of call. It's helpful. The Iron Age existed between 1600 and 600s, around about. So this is pre-Roman, but these tribes would have existed with Romans, because there were Roman bases just down the road at Cramond, 79 AD I think it is. So there you go, guys. Castle, Law, Fort and Earth House. The Iron Age Fort. Prehistoric people appear to have been relatively peace-loving until the early part of the first millennium BC, if the almost complete absence of defences and weapons is to be believed. But there are signs that towards the end of the Bronze Age, society was becoming more aggressive. At the time that swords and shields began to appear, about 800 BC, the earliest defensive forts were being built. They were originally built on hilltops or similar ground where they were easily defended. The Iron Age fort here at Castle Law is an excellent example. Excavation has revealed a long history of fortification that is typical of the later first millennium BC in southeast Scotland. Originally, in the middle centuries of that millennium, there was a farming community here whose houses were enclosed with a stout timber stockade. In time, this was replaced by an earthen rampart and ditch with a strong timber gateway controlling access into the fort. Later still, 2 extra ramparts and ditches were added, making the fort a very formidable feature in the rolling landscape of the Pentland Hills. Go guys. So it looks like we're all still here. The planets are aligning tonight. The Earth House. Despite their names, Earth Houses were not dwellers but cellars, built partly or wholly underground and alongside or attached to houses above ground. They are widespread throughout Brittany, Cornwall and Ireland, as well as Scotland, where they represent a tradition that began in Northern Isles about 400 BC and continued until the 2nd century AD. The earth houses here were in use the 2nd century AD, by which time the fort's role was domestic rather than defensive. The farming community living here managed ingeniously to build their earth house in the ditch between 2 of the ramparts. It's not known what's stored in it, but its cool, dry condition would have been suitable for grain and other foodstuff. Its size suggests it served the needs of more than a single family. Indeed, it has been suggested that later earth houses have been used to store grain for the Roman army, coinciding as they do in date and location with the Roman occupation of southern and central Scotland. So this is the roof of it. Let's have a look inside. Brutal. Just losing action when I go in there. It's crazy, there's a room in there. When you go around that corner, there's a room, a round room. The doorway's tiny. It's just a pity I'm losing connection in there. I think I'll come up with a camera and take some footage of this room. It's a shame I can't broadcast it live. I'll be back up here to take some photos and some video of this place. It's amazing actually. Aye. So that we will go. So guys, Martin can bring us something similar to that. That'd be pretty cool. Like I said, it's a pity I couldn't broadcast from inside. So there's a view of the fort on this side. You can clearly see the three sort of sections. Like I said, these date back to the Iron Age, before Christ, before the Romans got here. There were tribes living up here, up these hills. I'll probably read my book later, Martin, if you're still interested in the book. I know you're trying to say that history began like when? 1300 or something. But I've got another take on it. Look at this place, guys. Check this place out. Like I said, it's a pity I couldn't broadcast from inside the souterrain. It's found in there. Tiny doorway. Tiny doorway. I just got a thistle on my sock. That's bad. Not sure what that is down there. 1, 2. It's numbered. It's got a wall over it. It's numbered. It's maybe something to do with the reservoir. So we've got a low battery, guys. Only 10% remaining, which is roughly about 5 minutes. Very ancient place. It's nothing like revisiting place of your ancestors. And British people, all British people used to be Celts. The English aren't really British. It's the Welsh, the Scottish and the Irish. They're the true people of the British Isles, the Celtic people. The English were Romanised and check the mushrooms out. Check these things out. That's what I noticed in this month. Plenty mushrooms. Everywhere you walk there's mushrooms, all different kinds. Wow. There's more there. Crazy looking things. Well, here's Serbia, and this is the Iron Age hill fort. It's called Castle Law. And I'm bringing it live to my viewers. And it does have a souterrain, which you can go inside, and there's nice walls. But I can't seem to broadcast from inside it. It's just a terrible connection. Anyway, guys, this is probably ready to cut off soon. The sun's coming out. Air's thin. Mushrooms. These are the white variety. Mushrooms everywhere. Right. I think it's going to cut off any minute, guys, so this is Castle Hill Fort in the Lothians, Edinburgh. Dating back 1500 BC, used right up to the at least 70, 80 AD. It's really a mystery what happened to the tribes that were here, the Pictish tribes. These were the real Scots, these were the real Celts, were the Picts. I'm even suspicious that Robert the Bruce and William Wallace were more of the Norman variety. They were the true Scots in this country. They were another wave of invading Celts. There's all different kinds of Celts. The Picts were in Scotland first. Save myself some battery. Hope you have a good September the 23rd. Hope you enjoy the rest of your life. Cheers, guys.